How many times have you heard that the secret to a fulfilled life lies in the future? That if you work hard and follow the right path, one day you'll reach everything you ever wanted? It sounds comforting, but there's a subtle trap here. Living with your eyes on tomorrow, while neglecting what truly matters. So here's a thought-provoking twist, maybe even a surprise. Everything you need to live fully is already in your hands, here in the present, not waiting for you somewhere down the road. It sounds counterintuitive, doesn't it? After all, we've been taught to associate success with a point on the horizon, where we'll finally have the money, stability, and peace we crave. But think about it. If you can't find joy and meaning today, what guarantees you'll find it tomorrow? This endless chase for the ideal day might actually be keeping you from the real power of the present moment. And that's exactly what we'll explore here. How to make today the best day of your life and discover that everything you've been searching for might just be hiding right here in the now. This reflection might challenge your beliefs, maybe even push you out of your comfort zone. But believe me, by the end of this, you'll hold the key to transforming your day, your perspective, and perhaps even your life. Ready to embrace the present like never before? Let's go on this journey of self-discovery and enlightenment together. There is something magical about the present moment, a power that many of us overlook, blinded by the idea that the future holds all the answers. But what stops us from embracing today? Sometimes it's the persistent thoughts that tomorrow will bring more security, happiness, or success. By focusing on the future, we forget that the present is the only reality that truly exists, the only moment where we can act, feel, and live. It's a delicate dance between what we desire and what we already have, and understanding this difference is essential for lasting inner peace. Imagine the present as a book you're opening for the very first time. You don't know what's on the next page, but each word you read right now is unique and irreplaceable. Yet, so often, we find ourselves flipping the pages too quickly, eager to reach the happy ending we've envisioned. Are we missing the beauty of each word written in the now? It's like listening to a song and, instead of enjoying each note, constantly waiting for the chorus to arrive. And the chorus, my friend, isn't always the best part. The truth is that today is a gift that unwraps only once. Each choice, each breath, each glance is unique. Living in the now doesn't mean forgetting about tomorrow, but rather valuing what we hold in our hands. What would happen if, instead of only planning for the future, we started to live the present as if it were the only thing that truly matters? This is a powerful reflection, one that begins to change our perception of time and opens us up to something even deeper. How often do you catch yourself thinking that, in the future, you'll finally be happy? It's fascinating how the human mind has this tendency to project happiness into tomorrow. The idea that next month, next year, or the next achievement will bring us what we're looking for is almost irresistible. But what happens when we reach that long-awaited future? Often, it simply becomes the new present, with challenges and imperfections we hadn't anticipated. And so, the cycle of pursuit continues, always pushing our fulfillment a bit further away. This habit of constantly looking toward the horizon can create a subtle dissatisfaction, as if we're always incomplete, always waiting for the next chapter. It's like being in a race where the finish line keeps moving a little further ahead. Instead of finding peace along the way, we create a constant emptiness that never seems to be filled. It's the trap of believing that our happiness is stored in something we don't yet have, rather than realizing the value of what's already within our reach. And as we keep chasing, life goes by, time slips through our fingers. What would happen if, for a moment, we stopped looking forward and started appreciating what's already around us? This isn't about giving up on dreams or planning, but about finding a balance where the present also has its place. The future can be a good companion, but the real secret lies in learning to walk alongside it, without hurry, without anxiety, making room for something even more transformative. There's a deep peace in making peace with the present, in accepting today just as it is. Many of us treat the now like a stepping stone to tomorrow, just a means to a greater end. But what if we started seeing the present as an ally, a loyal friend that's always here, waiting for our attention. Becoming friends with today means embracing what it has to offer, with its ups and downs, its imperfections. It's a friendship that requires presence, not judgment. Nurturing a positive relationship with the now is like adding new color to everyday moments. Imagine waking up in the morning and instead of rushing into tasks or worrying about what's missing for the future, you simply take a minute to breathe and feel grateful for being here, for having the chance to live another day. It's a small act, but one that brings an almost immediate lightness. Simple practices like this can help us see the present as something sacred, a space where we can be genuinely ourselves. Gratitude, in fact, is one of the most effective ways to build this friendship with the present. Try mentally or physically listing 3 things you're grateful for each day. They don't need to be grand gestures. It could be a hot morning coffee, a pleasant conversation, or a sunbeam streaming through the window. Life, after all, is made up of these small details that often go unnoticed. And as you open up to the now, you begin to notice a subtle change, as if each day has something to reveal about you and about what's still to come. What many don't realize is that the future isn't something distant and unreachable. It begins now, shaped by our present state of consciousness. When we pay attention to what we feel, think, and choose today, we directly influence what will come. After all, tomorrow is just a consequence of the decisions and attitudes we make in the present. So, what kind of future are you creating right now? How are today's choices reflecting what you hope to see later? This state of consciousness acts as a mirror, projecting what we carry within ourselves. Imagine you want a future filled with peace and abundance. But if today you live restless, impatient, and unsatisfied, can that image of tranquility and prosperity truly manifest? It's like planting seeds. What you cultivate today is exactly what you'll harvest tomorrow. If we plant doubt and fear, we can't expect to reap security and confidence. But if we nurture patience and gratitude, what will bloom will be a reflection of those qualities. The key is to stay present and aware at every moment, using the now as a space for creation rather than mere waiting. It may sound simple, but changing our state of consciousness is a journey of self-discovery that requires practice and dedication. Every breath, every positive thought, every intentional action is a brick that builds the future you desire. And when you realize the power you hold, your vision of what's possible in the future transforms, opening the path to something even greater. Living in the present doesn't mean giving in to excess or wasting the time we have on momentary impulses. There's a clear difference between living fully and living irresponsibly. The present is fertile ground, and it's up to us to choose how to cultivate it. Making the most of now with balance is like tending to a garden. If we neglect it or go overboard, the outcome will be disastrous. So, truly living in the present means seeking a point of harmony, where each action has purpose and each choice holds meaning. However, the line between enjoying the present and wasting it can be a subtle one. Often, we justify indulgence with the excuse of seizing the moment, but deep down, we know these actions won't bring true satisfaction. Instead of filling the now with habits or escapes that ultimately drain us, why not fill it with activities that genuinely add value? Reading a good book, dedicating yourself to a hobby, or simply taking care of your own well-being are ways to honor the present without abandoning responsibility for tomorrow. Finding this balance is a practice that requires discipline and self-awareness. Every choice should be made with the understanding that today is the foundation of everything that comes next. Think of your daily actions as investments which, though subtle, bring meaningful returns in the future. After all, living in the present with purpose and intention prepares us for a richer, fuller tomorrow. And as we find this perfect measure, we create space to see each moment as an opportunity for growth. The present is an opportunity waiting to be seized, a chance to do something meaningful without having to wait for the perfect moment. So often, we get caught up in the idea that we can only act when everything is in order, yet the now invites us to make the most of what we have. Turning the present into an opportunity is like viewing life through lenses of gratitude and curiosity, finding value in the small details and simplest actions. After all, every moment can be the starting point for something extraordinary. To begin, think of something you've always wanted to do, but keep putting off for the future. It could be learning a new skill, reconnecting with someone, or even dedicating more time to yourself. The present is the ideal moment to take that first step. It doesn't need to be grand. Sometimes, a small action makes all the difference, like spending a few minutes each day reflecting on your goals or practicing a new habit. Each action, no matter how small, plants a seed that can flourish over time. Adopting a daily mindset of appreciation is a powerful way to make the now meaningful. When you allow yourself to live in the present with intention, the impact multiplies. This habit of valuing life's moments brings clarity and purpose without the pressure of waiting for big events. And by doing so, you open yourself to a new kind of fulfillment, a satisfaction that comes from within and prepares you to notice something even deeper on this journey. Every day has the potential to be the best day of your life, but to see it that way, you have to change how you view it. Today is the only day we truly have in our hands, the only moment where we can make choices and create experiences. Imagine treating each morning as a new beginning, where every decision can bring something special. It's not about expecting perfection, but about appreciating what the day has to offer, with all its challenges and joys. This shift in perspective opens the door to a feeling of wholeness. There's a beauty in living today as if it were unique. It's like watching a sunset, knowing that tomorrow it will be different, the same essence, but with new colors, new shades. If you allow yourself to see the present as an experience that won't repeat, each moment gains a special glow. How about trying that today? Enjoy a conversation with someone dear to you, savor a meal slowly, or take a moment to reflect on what the day has already brought. Small gestures that connect us to the now make all the difference. Seeing today as the best day of your life doesn't mean ignoring what's to come, but rather living with the certainty that each instant is irreplaceable. The feeling of satisfaction comes not from what we expect to happen, but from what we choose to appreciate and do now. When we embrace the present with this outlook, it gives back something grand, an inner peace and a joy that transcends circumstances. And on this journey, something even deeper begins to reveal itself, leading you further. The journey to personal enlightenment begins in how we view the present and how we treat it. Often, we look for big revelations or extraordinary moments to feel like we're evolving, but the truth is that enlightenment reveals itself in small moments, in the acceptance of each day as it is. Every step taken with attention and respect for the present is a step towards self-knowledge. It's a subtle path, but one that brings powerful transformation, seeing yourself and the world with greater clarity and depth. This journey doesn't require abandoning everything and searching for something distant. On the contrary, it invites you to look inward, to discover who you truly are in each moment. Imagine dedicating a few minutes each day to reflect on the emotions, thoughts, and reactions that arise throughout the day. It may seem simple, but it's in these small insights that you find clues to what truly matters. Self-illumination isn't a destination, but a daily practice of acceptance and understanding. As you walk this path, each day becomes an opportunity for learning. You begin to see that life isn't just about reaching goals, but about understanding and appreciating the process. Enlightenment is less about becoming perfect and more about becoming conscious and present. And as you deepen this state of awareness, new possibilities begin to open up, leading you to an even greater understanding, where life reveals secrets that go far beyond what today appears to hold. Now that you understand the power of living in the present, I have to ask, what choice will you make for today? Will you let it pass by unnoticed, like any other day, or will you turn it into a special moment, full of meaning? What would you do if you knew that the secret to a richer, more fulfilled future lies in the small choices you make now? This decision is in your hands, and you have the power to change the course of your story, starting with a simple act of presence. So, why not put everything you've learned here into practice? Try making today the best day of your life and see the difference it brings. And, of course, if you're ready to continue this journey of self-discovery, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. That way, you won't miss any content and can keep learning how to turn each moment into an opportunity for growth. This is just the beginning, and I'm excited to see you reach your full potential.